हरे कृष्ण। आप सभी भक्तगण मेरा प्रणाम स्वीकार करें। थोड़ी सी हो सकता है कि कक्षा में आज आवाज टूट कर आए। अ, वो मैं ऐसे स्थान पर हूँ जहाँ नेटवर्क की थोड़ी समस्या है। आइए हम शीघ्रता से प्रारंभ करें। नमः ओम विष्णुपदाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। श्याम वल्लभा माता जी, आप एक संदेश डाल सकती हैं कि आज की कक्षा श्री बलराम जी के महिमा मंडन से संबंधित होगी और जो भी भक्त जुड़ना चाहें वे शीघ्रता से जुड़ सकते हैं। और हम अब कक्षा प्रारंभ करने जा रहे हैं। ये कक्षा आज हिंदी में ही होगी जिससे कि सभी भक्तों को लाभ पहुंच सके।
ओके प्रभु।
माता जी, आपको मेरी आवाज स्पष्ट आ रही है?
हाँ, आ रही है प्रभु जी।
ठीक है, ओके। तो हम यहाँ से प्रारंभ कर रहे हैं कि आप ऐसी यदि कल्पना करते हैं कि आप किसी भी जीवन की अवस्था में हो, किसी भी व्यवसाय में हो, आप चित्रकार भी हो सकते हैं, संगीतकार भी हो सकते हैं, आप खिलाड़ी भी हो सकते हैं, आप दार्शनिक भी हो सकते हैं, आप वैज्ञानिक भी हो सकते हैं। थोड़ा सा महीन दृष्टि से यदि देखा जाए तो हम सभी लोग किसी न किसी माध्यम से जो सर्वश्रेष्ठ है उसकी पार पाना चाहते हैं। यदि आप धावक हैं, एथलीट हैं, तो आपने देखा होगा कि 100 मीटर की दौड़ पहले, कई वर्षों पहले बेन जॉनसन करके एक खिलाड़ी दौड़ा करता था। अ, कार्ल लुइस भी था। तो उन्होंने 10 सेकंड में 100 मीटर का रिकॉर्ड तोड़ा था। अब लोग लगे हुए हैं कि वो 10 सेकंड को 9 सेकंड कैसे करें।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sorry to
आवाज
disturb.
कट रही है?
No, Prabhu, that class will be in English, Prabhuji, this one.
You want it to
Sorry.
be in English or Hindi?
Acha, Prabhu, because many people are like not understanding Hindi, so.
अच्छा, ठीक ठीक है प्रभु, then we can keep it in English, no
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
So those of you who couldn't understand, I was just saying one or other way, we all want to achieve excellence, though we may not know why do we want to achieve excellence, but our basic idea is that what is the ultimate, and let me achieve that ultimate. It may be just a conclusion that this is how it is, just a conclusion, but we want ourselves to reach there and then tell others, you see, this is what it is. So a Newton may come and say, okay, this is why a thing falls down and it doesn't hang there up there in the air, or it doesn't go up, it just comes down. This is the science behind it, so to say. And then all of us say, okay, like that. What is this? Okay. And then basis those discoveries, we have aircrafts and we have so much of technology and so on and so forth. And this is just one field I'm talking about. The whole field of cosmology. What is it? The tiny little jeev desires to unlock the complexity. He wishes to understand what is it after all. Everyone wishes to resolve the mystery or decode the mystery. Why am I saying all of this? And what does it have to do with Balaram Purnima? The thing is that no matter how hard you try, you can never win. You like it or you don't like it, doesn't matter. Because like us, our great grandfather, Lord Brahma, he also desired when he was, you know, when he came into existence, he was bewildered, thinking, what is the source from which I came? Let me identify my source. And he jumped back into that same stem from which he had come. For 100 years, he kept on doing it, but he couldn't identify his source. So he was also trying to unearth the mystery, but there was no achievement. So when he couldn't do it, and all of us are suffering from the same mentality, let me, the, as some of us in our childhood who had the good fortune to sleep on rooftops, looking at the stars, we used to wonder how many of them are there up there, who made them, and who made that person who made these stars. So we used to think like that. Jignasa. Jignasa with an aim to understand. That's why Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, one way or other, everybody is trying to worship me only. They may call me by different names. 1 second, please. I'm sorry to put you all on hold. This is the background, the context in which now I wish to take this forward. First inference, looking at all these examples, is on my own, I can't understand Krishna. On my own, I cannot. I have often given this example where there is a glass chamber and an insect is flying outside the glass chamber, and it's completely, like inside it's almost like vacuum. Nothing can go in. Now, no matter how hard the insect tries, whether it circumambulates, whether it makes funny noises, no matter what the insect does, it cannot get in. Unless and until somebody sitting in opens up the door, and then the insect can get in. Dear devotees, this is exactly our position. Unless and until Krishna does not extend his grace unto us, we can't receive his grace. Like it or not. Keep trying. Nanotechnology to oceanology to cosmology. Keep trying. Micro. Great effort, praiseworthy efforts. But because it has a tinge, not even tinge, it's completely overpowered by false ego, achievement drive. You can't get Krishna. You cannot make God redundant. You may keep on adding layers on layers on layers on layers. You can't make God redundant. Like they say, IVF technology, in which, the semen is preserved and then the semen is placed inside the woman's body. So those mothers who have difficulty conceiving, they can directly conceive. Yes, fine, but then the first semen has to come from somebody. So you may add layers upon it, but none of us can forget about making God redundant. Nothing moves if the backdrop of material nature is not there. You may order it on Swiggy or Zomato or whatever it is, and you may call it pizza and pasta and what have you. The fact of the matter is there is grain, and the grain is nothing is produced without the backdrop of material nature. Now I'm coming to the first part of the class. Having understood on our own, we cannot grasp who is Krishna. We can never supersede him. Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, he expanded himself, the very first expansion, as Lord Balaram. Shri Balaram Purnima ki jai. Balaram ji appearance ki jai. Davuji Maharaj is the first expansion. He is known as the vaya medium. What does these two words, what do they mean? If you have a medium, if the insect was trying to enter that chamber, if the insect gets a medium, then it can enter the chamber. So the first grace extended by the Lord, personified grace, is Lord Balaram. And that's how we all need to understand him. This is Balaram Tattva. This is the essence. That he is the Adi Guru. He is the connecting link between Supreme Person and tiny soul, between us and Krishna. He is the connecting link. He is the via medium. And if you remove him, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasada, Yasya aprasadan na gati kuto api. If Guru is pleased, Krishna is pleased. If Guru is not pleased, Yasya aprasada na gati, no matter what you do, kuto api, there's no chance of deliverance. Kindly fold your hands in your own heart and bow down at the divine lotus feet of Lord Balaram, because if he is not there for millennia after millennia, all of us will just simply rot here. We will never go beyond good sleep, good food, good sex, and some bit of good meditation. No chance of getting out of the cycle of birth and death, what you call samsara. You can't get out. Such a crucial role is played. So for that, therefore, for us, we don't know Krishna. We know Balaram. That's why in colloquial language, the couplets are there where they say, Guru Govind do khade, काके लागू पाए, बलिहारी गुरु आपकी, जो गोविंद दियो बताए. So the sadhak, the disciple, appreciates the spiritual master because the spiritual master is a representative of Lord Balaram. He is doing this job of connecting soul back to Krishna. If you somehow, not somehow, that's a wrong word, sorry. If you can instill this thought in your brain that this is the constitutional position of Lord Balaram, then you will never be bewildered. At least now you know who to reach out to. Of course, the precondition to reach out to him is utter surrender. We will come to that a little later. So this is part one of the session, that for us, who is Lord Balaram, he has many functions. But the function that is most crucial for all of us is the one of a spiritual master. He connects back. I'm extending this same thing. This was first takeaway for all of you. The second is now going to come. In Chaitanya Shikshamrit, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains that Krishna kills various demons, and these demons represent various anarthas, unwanted desires, desires which bother a sadhak, unwanted desires. They are called anarth. And like Putana, for example. So Putana is a representation, she is symbolic of false guru who instills the poison in the heart of the childlike disciple who doesn't know. I repeat, Putana represents false guru who instills the poison in the heart of the childlike disciple. Such a dangerous thing. Now you see how many Putanas are around in today's day and age, with millions and millions of followers, and they are guiding them towards hellish conditions. One is saying, just have free sex life and you will achieve liberation. And there's a huge whole cult about it. The irony is that there is an element of apparent truth in that. That you do feel initially that, yeah, there may be a benefit. It looks like so. Logically, if it further progresses, I shall feel liberated because I have been holding on, attempting sense control. And this liberation is pleasing to me. This way, they have paved the way for hellish life. And you don't have to go to hell for that. You will catch hold of multitudes of diseases and rot and suffer. And another is Pralambasur. There is Dvived and many others who were killed by Lord Balaram. But for us disciples, sadhak, these two are very important. Dhenukasur indicates gross material intelligence. What is gross material intelligence? I, me, and myself is called gross material intelligence. Nateshu Ramate Buddha. Intelligent person doesn't engage into that. So then who is not intelligent? One who engages into temporary things. And one who engages in temporary things is suffering from gross material intelligence. He is spending his life force, his energy in building big house, spending a lot of money on his family, reaching out to people and wasting time on parties, and so on and so forth. This is Dhenukasur consciousness. He is a representative. So which means utter ignorance, which means mudha, you do not know. In somewhere in chapter 9 or 10, or maybe 7, but with somewhere in 7, and Radham. So who is a Mudha? A Mudha is who doesn't know what is divinity. And a mood has or possesses Dhenukasur consciousness. He is an achiever, mind you, and he has expanded his opulence by his hard work, but he is still foolish because it will all crumble down. He is trying hard to decode the mystery of nature of Supreme Person without Lord Balaram. He will never succeed. So this is first enemy which is not killed by Krishna. It is killed by the Guru. And that's the significance of having a Guru. What does a Guru do? Om Agyan Timirandhasya. I was, deep down into the well of nescience, Agyan, Timir. And this is very dark well. This is not a very, well lit well, so to say. Dark and deep. Timir Andhasya. Gnananjana Shalakaya. But my spiritual master opened my eyes. Now, if you can connect back, when Guru kills the gross material intelligence of the disciple, then the Sambandha Gyan, who is he, who is Krishna, and what is the relationship? Krishna says, Tadvidi Pranipate and Pariprashni Sevaya. Mataji, you were saying something?
अब बीच में थोड़ा थोड़ा ब्रेक हो जा रहा है बीच बीच में.
Okay. I will. Is this perfectly okay right now?
Right now is okay.
Okay. I will stop walking. Keep sounding me off. अगर आवाज ना आए तो हाँ. So Tadvidi Pranipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya. There Krishna uses Upadeshyanti. People forget that. So I will have a guru. I will invite the guru. I will feed the guru very nicely, and I will, adore the guru. All of this I will do, except one thing. I will not either hear the instruction, and if I hear, I will not follow. Till the time you do not hear the instruction, tat shrunu, and then follow the instruction, Guru's mercy cannot come. Everything else is just a mouth freshener. If you serve the Guru very nicely when he comes at your place and so on and so forth, it's much better than not doing. But it is not sufficient to take us out of the realm of material sphere. So we all today recommit ourselves, that forget about Jai Gurudev, Jai Gurudev, Jai Prabhupada, and keep doing the same nonsense. Today is the day to renew the commitment. That okay, the main thing, the core thing is following Guru's. The moment you will start following Guru's instruction, you will come across so many difficulties. Maya won't let you get out so easily. Srila Prabhupada received the instruction when he was 32 years old. It took Prabhupada 37 full years to prepare. In 69th year of his life, he started fulfilling his Guru's desire. 37 years of preparation. So it's not easy. We must hear what the Guru wants from us and then develop our capabilities, which means making adjustments in lifestyle in various ways. Sleeping on time, waking up on time, eating moderately, chanting your rounds very nicely, safeguarding from Vaishnava offenses, at the same time paying maximum attention to preaching, book distribution, all of that is a part of Guru's instruction. And that's where, see, your success. Suppose the Guru told Shabri that Shabri, every day be ready. Lord Ram will come. Shabri's qualification was she wasn't told to read scriptures. She was not told to give classes. She was just told keep the house neat and clean and receive Ram. That that deep faith in the words of the Guru that Shabri had. By the mercy of Guru, Lord Ram came. Because Shabri heard the instruction and then she tried to follow it. And it took years before the Guru's instruction became a reality. So if your Guru expects you to just sew some garlands, in the temple, then that's your bhajan. That in itself is sufficient to take you back to Krishna. Just keep doing it as it was told by the spiritual master. So that's how you can kill the Dhenukasur, the gross material consciousness. But what happens is we may become, free from the mood status of life. But then we enter the next realm, which is a realm called Naradham. Mood does not know that he is not this body, he is a soul. Mood doesn't know that. Once Guru's mercy occurs, mood knows that he is not this body. But then he is attacked by Pralambasur. Pralambasur signifies lust. In a narrow sense, lust means sexual desires. In a broader sense, lust means any desire. So Lord Balaram was playing with his friends and Krishna, and there was a race. And there was a pair, and one who will win, he will be carried by the one who lost. So Pralambasur took the form of a cowherd boy and he raced with Lord Balaram. And then Lord Balaram won, and Pralambasur said, now you sit atop my shoulder.
No voice, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
And he punched Pralambasur on his head and skull and killed him instantly. What is this? When you add a word, this letter pra, thing becomes superlative. Prakopa, prachanda, pradeepa. Superlative degrees. You enhance the degree by adding the word pra. Here it's pralambasur. Is very long, very, very long. What does that imply? It means even if you know you are not this body, Pralambasur is not going to leave you. The previous samskaras will keep on disturbing the sadhak. Even that Pralambasur gets killed by the mercy of the spiritual master. What does this mean? You may make your own plan by your intellectual capability, by a very nice regimen. You may think that now I will control anger, I will control this. Many devotees, practicing devotees, do this mistake. They think I am going to be more and more and more and more sincere. And then I'll go to Krishna. That you see, see, I overpowered. It is childish. You may get some success, you won't win the war, but you will waste the time. Very carefully listen to me. On your own capability, if you attempt, you will get some success, maybe 1% or half a percent, like that. That's it, not more than that. Which, what does that mean? That means in some provocative situations, you may be able to control the anger, but instantly you will have the ego that I have now learned how to control the anger. So you will be attacked by a bigger unearth while you overpowered one. So, dear devotees, we have to reach out to Balaram, begging for spiritual strength. Very carefully hear this out. If you helplessly go there, then I am getting tormented. And I am now beginning to realize how powerful Pralambasur is. I beg before you, I will not be able to follow your instructions if I'm constantly attacked by Pralambasur. So please help me. This is, and this is, and this is the only method. That's why Prabhupada also said when you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you should chant in the mood of helplessness. Oh Krishna, I'm useless. It's not false humility, it's proper realization that I can clearly see. Clearly see. All of us are civilized people sitting in our homes, etc. But we know that any trigger can reveal our base nature instantaneously. A good looking man, a good looking woman, nice parties, nice food, anything. We are ready to fall down. So one must realize that material nature is mama maya duratyaya, very difficult to overcome. So the helplessness is the qualification of the disciple. Then Lord Balaram gracefully and compassionately relieve us from those thoughts. He will kill the Pralambasur. Please understand. Don't go on your own to kill the Pralambasur. And I know to majority of people this does not appeal because their ego comes into the picture. So we are nobody. Everything will be done by them. They only put us into this situation. Now they only will take us out. This is rebellious mentality. This is cause of our perpetual existence here in this material sphere. If on this Balaram Purnima, even the 1 billionth of this thought gets vanished or killed, consider this Balaram Purnima successful. So these two demons, Pralambasur and Dhenukasur, they represent these anarth. And these demons are not killed by Krishna, they are killed by Guru. And that's how a sadhak progresses. So we must realize that if we have to achieve Krishna Prem, then Sambandh Gyan has to come, and Sambandh Gyan will come through Lord Balaram. We have our Sambandh deity as Madan Mohanji. We have our Sambandh Acharya as Sanatan Goswami. All of that is there. They are further facilitating, but nothing happens without Lord Balaram. So this is the Balaram Tattva that all of you need to know. And this is very different from how in common parlance we use the word guru fashion. Everybody is taking initiation. I should also take initiation. You must take initiation. It's very, 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 very crucial. Spiritual life begins when one takes initiation. However, it should not become a fashion. You must know what does it mean to have a guru. The social scripting. Now they're saying mentor, life coach. They use words like that. But majority of most of these people, life coaches and mentors, they are just making them more efficient materially and helping them balloon their ego a little more. That is so dangerous because they are all the representative of Putana, pulling the tiny soul away from Krishna. That's what a false guru does, unknowingly or knowingly. Doesn't matter. Now we will come to the part 2 of the session. Who is Balaram otherwise? So he is Supreme Personality of Servitor God, which means he is Sevak Bhagavan. He is still Bhagavan, but he is Pradhan Sevak Bhagavan. That is his constitutional position. So if Krishna desires to sleep, then Balaram will become the bed, the pillow, and the bed sheet. He will become all three. That's why Lord Vishnu is always, you know, in a reclining position, lying on Sheshashaya. We use the word Shaya. Shaya means a place to sleep. So he's lying on Sheshashaya. That's the bedding. What else? If Krishna wants to get up and walk, Balaram instantly takes the form of Krishna's shoes. If Krishna takes the form of to kill Hiranyakashipu, if he takes the form of Lord Nrsimhadev, Balaram instantly appears as Sheshanath, with all his hoods. He's everywhere. If Krishna wants to come on this material planet, then Balaram becomes the dham, the abode in which the Lord will reside. So if you go to Vrindavan, Vrindavan itself is Balaram. Mayapur is Nityananda Prabhu. Ayodhya is Lakshman. So that Lord Ram can perform his pastimes. So his supreme personality of servitor God. And since we are his followers, we don't know Ram, Krishna, Nrsimha, Varaha. We do not know. We are his followers. And he serves, his constitutional position is service to Supreme Person. And that's why our position is also service to the Supreme Person. So we are in his footsteps. He is perpetually serving and glorifying Krishna since ages, continuously. And Krishna's glory, they do not decrease. They keep on increasing. He's continuously singing. So we should follow in his footsteps and do the same thing. We should also serve. We don't belong to Krishna, we belong to Balaram. If somebody can grasp this, then he would know that Balaram Purnima is more important for us than Krishna Janmashtami, Radha Ashtami, Gaur Purnima, Jagannath Rath Yatra, everything. Because Guru has revealed all those things to us. Today is the auspicious appearance day of the Adi Guru, the via medium, the connecting link, without which nothing would begin only. This beautiful world of Krishna's Vani, which is Bhagavad Gita, that you and me, both of us are reading week after week. This description of Vrindavan Dham and the good fortune of going there, hearing about Krishna's pastimes, all of this have been revealed to us. Many people from Delhi, from North India, they go to Vrindavan on a weekend. They drink lassi, eat kachoris, and come back. They never went to Braj. I'm not talking about them, I'm talking about us. So this was second part about the glories of Lord Balaram, that he is supreme personality of Savitor God. Now I'll just take the last part of it for the next 15, 18 minutes, which pertains to the pastimes of Lord Balaram. One very famous pastime is that, you know, one day Lord Balaram, by the way, he's dazzlingly white. I mean, you can imagine any crystal, any pearl as white as possible. And Lord Balaram defeats the shine of anything that we can ever imagine. He's so white in color. On top of it, he puts on blue garments because his Lord is blue. That's why he puts on blue garments. He's always white and then blue. He looks more beautiful than Krishna. Therefore, in Vrindavan, there are cowherd themselves, the gopis, who do not have Ras with Lord Krishna. They want to have Rasalila with Lord Balaram. And on one such occasion, he was enjoying with the gopis and he was drunk. He had drunk Varuni. It's an intoxicant, not made out of like the in today's day and age, the liquor is made out, not like that. It's very fresh. So he was drunk and intoxicated. And in that quote unquote, so to say, delirious state, he told Jamuna, Amovar. Jamuna thought Balaramji is drunk. He doesn't know what he is saying. So she thought, since he's drunk, I should not take that thing seriously. Unknowingly, Jamuna committed an offense. Lord Balaram became very upset. He took his plough and divided Jamuna in 7 or 8 parts and drew her towards him. Jamuna was in pain. And then she immediately understood that he may appear intoxicated, but he is never intoxicated. He is always the Supreme Person, not different from Krishna. So he may appear, this is Leela, not to be understood that, oh, he is under the influence of Varuni. How can he be under the influence of Varuni? He, Lord does everything for the pleasure of the devotees. It's like when a child tells the dad, you know, you become the horse and I will ride atop you. Okay. Doesn't mean that the father has actually become a horse. He's just playing that part for the happiness of the child. To give happiness to those cowherd women, Lord Balaram is appearing drunk and he likes Varuni. And he's God, he can do it. For them, digesting all this is no big deal. And then Yamuna had to, seek forgiveness and glorify Lord Balaram. And she then said, in all conditions and in all situations, you are always Supreme Person. So that's the glory of Balaram. But he is extremely attached to the Supreme Person, Lord Shri Krishna. So when Lord Ram's pastime was happening, at many places Lakshman felt helpless because Lord Ram was the elder brother. So then when the pastime got wrapped up, he desired and prayed. He said, my dear Lord, next time I would like to become your elder brother so that I don't have to see you suffering and I can take decisions. Like he was so upset when Dashrathji, agreed to Kaikeyi's statement and sent Ram to one of the forest. And he actually used inappropriate words. He said, this old hag has gotten influenced by a woman and committing such a grave offense, to which Lord Ram got upset and he rebuked Lord Lakshman severely. But when he became Balaram, Even then, the attachment to Krishna was extreme. So one day, Mother Jasoda, was scolding Krishna and about to beat him up. Balaram couldn't tolerate, and they were like little children, even less than 5 years of age. So Balaram said, Maya, you don't know who you are dealing with. So Mother Jasoda stared hard at him and she asked, you tell me, who am I dealing with? So Balaram got into that mood of glorifying Krishna. So he said, he's the same Narsimha who had killed Hiranyakashipu. He's the same Ram who had killed Ravan, the 10-headed demon. So Mother Jasoda said, oh, and who are you? So he forgot that, he's dealing with the mother. So he said, oh, I am the same Sheshanag and I am the same Lakshman. So she called him closer. So he went close to Mother Jasoda. And Mother Jasoda just simply slapped him, saying, all the incarnations took birth in my home only. Narsimha also, and Ram also, and Lakshman also, and Sheshanag also. So sometimes, like this, Balaram would forget that, anything happens to Krishna, he can't tolerate. He's helpless there. So he was ready to fight with Mother Jasoda, but, he got the sauce. One day he was, very curious, and he felt a little upset that everybody pays attention to Krishna. So he said, tomorrow Krishna will not go to the forest for Gaucharan. And then he said, paint me blue, give me the feather, peacock feather, and I will put on yellow garments and I will go out. Krishna will stay home. Reluctantly, the parents agreed. Now, the moment Lord Balaram came out, the male friends couldn't recognize. I mean, they couldn't spot the difference. But some of the gopis figured out. They said, something is not right with Krishna. Because Balaram was more bulky, he was more powerful, like that. Physically, he would appear strong. But, anyways, they thought maybe. Now, Lord Balaram entered the forest and a demon attacked the cowherd boys. Balaram swiftly came into action and he killed the demon. They were sitting with their lunch boxes, and another demon came. Lord Balaram got up, leaving his lunch, and killed the demon and came back. When they went to drink water, another demon came up. Lord Balaram had to stop drinking the water in between and kill the demon. Like that day he killed almost 120 plus demons. In the evening, he came back home. He said, you take your peacock feather and you take your yellow garments. I'm sick and tired of killing these demons. I'm not going to be Krishna next day. So these were sweet exchanges between the brothers when they were in Vrindavan. The day when both of them were to go with a crude to Mathura, Lord Balaram was milking the cow and Krishna was standing there looking at him. And they both were very morose, very, very sad. And Balaram looked at Krishna and he said, Krishna, this is the last time we are milking the cow. In this life, we will never be able to do it ever again. The pastime of Braj comes to a close, my dear. Saying this, they both wept copiously. They continuously cried that they had to leave Vrindavan. But Balaram is so powerful. Such is the power of Lord's plans that Lord Himself, gives up patience. When Mother Janaki entered the earth, Lord Ram lost his composure. He took up his bow and arrow and he said, Vasundhare, return my Sita, or else I'll finish everything. Then Lord Brahma had to come and pacify Ramachandra, Bhagavan. Similarly, as Krishna and Balaram were there on that chariot going, Krishna saw so many gopis fainting, wailing, crying, and in a state of misery. And then the Lord saw Srimati Radharani. Not a drop of tear shed from her eyes, but she was, uh, like a statue, lifeless statue. Krishna couldn't control, and he got an urge to get down of the chariot. As Balaram saw that he is going to do it, Balaram held his hand and pulled him back. Krishna just sat down and cried. That's the kind of service Balaram does. He reminds God of being God. What a status, what a stature. So, these are some wonderful pastimes of Lord Balaram. And let's hope and let's pray that the Dhenukasur and the Pralambasur stop bothering us. We go into the prayerful mood and offer our services. So that's it on Balaram Purnima for today. After this class, spend 5 minutes. Whatever helplessness you can muster up right now on your, which is there at your command, just say, you are the one who connects us to the supreme truth. Without you, we will be in perpetual darkness. So please accept us and guide us and free us from these powerful, powerful samskaras of millions and billions of lifetimes so that we can go back to Krishna and render service to you or assist you in your service to Krishna. श्री बलराम पूर्णिमा महा महोत्सव की जय। आदि गुरु भगवान बलदेव जी महाराज की जय। कृष्ण बलराम दो भैया की जय। नंद बाबा और जसोदा मैया की जय। ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की जय। चैतन्य और नित्यानंद राम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। श्रील गुरु महाराज की जय। वर्तमान आचार्य वृंद की जय। आप सभी भक्तों की जय। निताई गौर सीतानाथ प्रेमानंदे। हरि हरि हरे कृष्ण। Thank you very much. I'm ending the class now. Is it all right, Shamavalpa Mataji?
Prabhuji, this Janmashtami is coming.
Okay, thank you very much for reminding me. Everyone, kindly stay, do not leave. Just a reminder and a humble, not a humble request, but a very strong reminder rather. Since the appearance day of Sri Krishna is falling on 16th of August this year, Saturday, all of you are requested to help us celebrate it with the purpose that we can reach out to more and more people. So there will be a dedicated Janmashtami celebration. Mataji, it's 23rd.
Yes,
Mataji,
in
you
our
will be celebrating on 23rd or
23rd.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my request to you is that because Sheshatripuram, our parent temple, uh, would be serving thousands of people that day. So all of you are encouraged, requested, to reach out to more and more people in your offices, in your friends and family circles, and please help us raise Lakshmi so that we can celebrate Krishna's appearance day with as much, how should I say, pomp as possible. Like, materially opulent people, they spend money on their birthdays. For us, the best day to spend money, not to show off, but to make sure that If 5,000 people come, nobody goes hungry. Hungry doesn't mean like they're poor people. No, nobody goes without taking prasad, which means mercy. And people should feel so inspired looking at the beatific, beautiful form of the deities. And then on top of it, the temple must be so nicely decorated so that people feel the urge to come year after year and take darshan of Jagannath, take darshan of Sri Sri Gaurangi Bangaloreshwar. So my request is that tomorrow or day after morning, which is going to be 11th morning, Shamavallabha Mataji will give you a small booklet and you can encourage your friends, family members, and acquaintances to contribute. Each one of you can easily, if you make simply a list of 20 people or 10 people and if you just ring them up, you will very easily be able to collect 10,000 rupees. It's not very difficult. It isn't. I mean, year after year, by the grace of the Lord, I do these contributions and fundraising up to 35 lakhs. Here in Delhi, they are raising 5 crore rupees and 15 lakh people will come. 3 kilometers long queue is being arranged and so many routes are being closed. Why should, after all, we are celebrating Krishna's birthday? So my humble request to each one of, don't say that no, Prabhuji, I will give 10,000 from my side. That is not the idea. The idea is service, and service means remind Krishna, remind a Jeev about his father. Somebody who is not serving, tell him or her to engage into service. So help us serve Krishna better by engaging into this small fundraising drive. If each one of you can reach out to 20 people, and if I see that 200 people were reached out to, they may add up to 10,000 each, but reach out to 200 people. Let their money reach Krishna. When people sacrifice for the Lord, their money gets purified. They acquire Sukriti. Because of Sukriti, they will be able to get attracted towards sadhu and then shastra and then purification, like that. It all begins with dravya yajna. Dravya means money or commodity. So kindly take those little booklets, reach out to 20 people, and somebody will give 1,000, somebody may give 200, somebody may give 5,000, but make sure that each one of you raise, and of course it can have your contribution, no in that. It's just that it should not be that, Prabhu, all 10,000 from my side. Then we are not preaching, we are a preaching movement. So my humble request to you is please engage in the service of Krishna and for the pleasure of Lord Balaram and Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much. Mataji, is that okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Yeah, you can, circulate or distribute the booklets to various devotees within their family members and within their friend circle and colleagues. They can ask people to, collect for or donate for the Janmashtami celebration.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Dhanavad.
Thank you,
Hare Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Dhanavad.